this video, I will go over my signature swing setups. So, swing buy and sell setups and trend reversal setups. First thing I like to look for is I like to be on a 4 hour time frame. And I like to mark up where I see resistance, support, trend lines. I like to mark up the highs, lows. So right here, I see a nice resistance area slash a high. See a low here. And all I'm looking for is a break above. If you could see here, all I'm looking for is a break above my zone. So I get a break and a retest. And I'm looking at that. Once an area is broken and retested, then I like to drop down to a lower time frame and analyze what's going on so that I can have my entry confirmations to enter the trade. So I'm gonna go to the say 15-minute. If it allows me to go back that far. I'll do 30-minute. Okay, great. So what I like to see. So after this area was broken, retest it here. I like to look for entry confirmations. So we discussed the red, yellow, green, and the bullish engulfings and bearish engulfing. So if I'm looking for buys, I would like to see a bullish engulfing or red, yellow, green. So looking here. Looking here, I see this big bearish movement down. So I want to see this movement get broken. This bearish candle, I want to see movement to the upside surpassing this, which we have here. We also have red, yellow, green. Let me probably change the color for you guys. So I have my red. Oh. Okay, I have my red, yellow, my green. I know this area was broken and retested. I see that momentum is pushing to the upside. So I enter this trade based on the 4 hour time frame. I enter this trade, stop loss beneath the red. And then I like to get a 1 to 3. So I'm risking 17 pips for 53 pips. So that's all it is. I'm gonna do some more examples. Let me go back to the 4 hour time frame. So that's what I like to look for. So I'm looking for a broken area on the 4 hour time frame. Once that area is broken, I drop broken and retest it. I drop down to the lower time frame, either the 30-minute, 15-minute, or 5-minute, and I look for entry confirmations. So looking here. Now back to this example here. We have an uptrend. And this trend line is broken. Now, you know when a trend line is broken, you know what to wait for. A retest, which happened here. So let me draw my highs and lows also. So I got resistance slash a high here. low. Even here was an entry. The strategy is very simple. Just looking for an area to break and retest, and it buys up. And we also have divergence. So this is how you use everything you learn and put it together. So you got divergence. The RSI is showing you the true direction that the market wants to go to, which is downwards. So you have a hint that the market wants to start selling. All you have to do is wait for a break of structure or retest. We were in an uptrend. Now you need a break of structure and a retest. So you can either get in on this previous low here, this previous higher low, or you could have waited for this break of the trend line and retest. So I'm gonna just show multiple entries all at once. All right. Even this move here was a fib entry. This is how you just use all the tools in your toolbox. Directly on the 61.8 to a broken area for a retest is just picture perfect. So this is a trend reversal trade setup also. So you see how it was trending upwards. For a trend reversal, you need a break of structure. This was the break of structure here. This right here, because it broke this previous higher low in the uptrend. It broke it. So it clearly broke and then retested and started trending down. So that's a key example of a trend reversal. Also, it broke the trend line, retest, and went down. So let's drop down to the lower time frame. Let me go to the 30-minute. Let me find it. Okay, so the first entry example, remember on a 4-hour time frame, we broke this area and retested. Now for the retest, what you're looking for is confirmation. We're on a 30-minute time frame. So what you can do is, you see how this was a big sell down? What you can do is wait until you start seeing, because we're expecting buys, because on a 4-hour, this is what happened. We had a high here, the high got broken and retested. So we're expecting it to continue buying. So what we want to see on the lower time frame is a buying trend. So we want to see the lows getting higher. So this is a key trick that you can use also. So you want to see the 30-minute time frame or the lower time frame trend match what you're expecting to happen. So if you're expecting buys to happen, you want to see a buying trend on a lower time frame. So that's one way of entering. So we get steps up. Could have entered here. If not, just do the same thing that you did on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame, which is you could have done this, could have waited for the lower time frame trend to do a break and retest and get in around here. then enter for the buy. So let me recap to make everything as clear as possible. I'm gonna recap. So on the 4 hour, let me go back. What's it? It was here. I deleted it. All right. Okay, so for the 4 hour, you see how we have this break and then retest of the higher high. So we're expecting it to buy up. So when we drop down to the lower time frame, what we're gonna see is this selling formation first. So on the lower time frame, it's gonna look like it was selling. We don't want to enter when the lower time frame is showing a selling trend. We want to enter when the lower time frame is showing a buying trend because we're expecting buys. So if we're expecting buys on a lower time frame, we can either wait for our bullish engulfings or for our yellow, for our red, yellow, and green, or we can wait for this formation to happen on the lower time frame, which is essentially the same pattern that we looked for on the higher time frame. So we could wait for a break and retest on a lower time frame as an entry confirmation as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the lower time frame and show you. So just like I said, you see selling, you see a selling trend, you don't want to enter. You want to enter on a buying trend, bullish engulfings, or red, yellow, green. We don't really have red, yellow, green here. Reason why. Oh, the reason why is because I like to see wicks to the bottom like this for red, yellow, green. Oh, sorry about that. Like that, red, yellow, green. But we don't have any clean pattern like that. So what we can use is what I said. Look at the structure. So we have a high here. We want to see this high get broken and retest it. So it got broken here and retested. So we could have entered here. Stop loss could have been beneath here or here. So let's see. So let me draw my zone so you can see it clearly. So we could have entered here, consolidated here. So we could have entered anywhere between here and here. And then get our 1 to 3. And we would have won this trade easily. Textbook trade. Moving forward, you see here, we had a break of structure. We're expecting sales. We get our red, yellow, green. Key example for sales. Red, yellow, green for sales right here. This is the break and retest of the trend line. Red, yellow, green. We enter. We get paid. 90 pips, risking 30. Well, risking 36 to make 109 pips. So just everything you learn, it all ties together. So let me quickly show a selling example and a buying example. It's essentially the same thing. So let me go here. So right here, let's say you see this, you come to the chart, you see this, it's trending down, mark up your lows. Say this was trending upwards. All right, so say we're on an uptrend, but this last higher low gets broken. So we're expecting sales. So what we do, we wait for this area to break and then retest up here. Once it's at the retest site, we go to our lower time frame and we analyze. We wait for our entry confirmations. We know we're expecting sales, so we want the lower time frame to show sales. So let's go 30-minute. Hopefully I can find it. All right, great. So on the 30-minute, this is what it looks like. So it's at the retest site over here. 30-minute was buying. We want to see a selling structure. So we see it selling now. Now we need a break and retest. So it broke this last higher low. We're expecting sales. It broke and retested here. This is our entry. If we didn't enter here, this is our entry. Why is this our entry? Because on the higher time frame, we're expecting sales. So we want a reason to sell on a lower time frame. Reason to sell is this was buying up, made a higher low. The higher low got broken. So we know if this gets broken, it's going to retest and then sell. So our entry is here. We use this type of entry if we don't have our red, yellow, green, or our bearish engulfing. Right here, we don't really have it. So we use this entry. And then we enter for the sell. 40 pips. We want that 1 to 3 always. 40 pips to make, we risk 40 pips or 39 pips to make 116 pips. And it's that simple. One last example. Right here. So on a 4-hour time frame, this is a trend reversal pattern. You have your trend line, your downtrend, showing lower highs and lower lows. This is the last lower high here. This lower high region gets broken. Let me try to zoom in. This last lower high region gets broken and retested here. we drop down to a lower time frame. See how everything is systematic? It's like the steps, and the steps never change. If you don't see your entry confirmation, you don't get in. So here is the retest site. First thing that pops out to me is this candle here. What is this? We're expecting buys because the downtrend was broken. So we're expecting buys. So this is where retest that. And look at this candlestick compared to this. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, very strong candlestick formation, showing buying pressure. So we get in here, stop loss just below these wicks. We get in 1 to 3. And our target is met. And that's all it is. That's my swinging trade setups that I look for when I'm trying to swing. Just remember, I trade on the 4-hour time frame. I mark up my zones, my support, resistance, trend lines, Fibonacci's, and then once it breaks those areas and retest, I drop down to the 30-minute or 15-minute or 5-minute time frame and look for my entry confirmations, which are bullish engulfings if I'm looking for buys, and bearish engulfing candlestick patterns if I'm looking for sells, and red, yellow, green. If I don't have those, then I'm looking for the lower time frame to match the higher time frame. I'm looking for those trends to match. So if the higher time frame is showing me buys, I want the lower time frame to show me buys, and I enter on a break and retest. Vice versa for a sell. If the higher time frame is showing me sells, I'm looking for the lower time frame to show me sells as well. So I'm waiting for a break and retest, and then I enter for the sell. So that's all it is. It's fairly simple. Just takes practice and chart time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. See you in the next video.